Hello everyone, it's Max McAllister here with an episode of Cycle with Max, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to align your derailleur hanger to make sure that your bike shifts properly. Now there's two circumstances that you would want to check this with your bike, particularly when you have a brand new bike. You want to make sure that the derailleur is properly aligned, and what we're talking about is the hanger in the back of the bike needs to sit perfectly square in relation to the wheel so that as it goes to index gears, it will go up and down your cassette correctly and move at the right angles at the right time. So there's a tool made for that. The odds are your bike shop has it. Whether they'll use it on your bike when it's new, it's probably not likely. So this kind of it takes something from a really detailed builder to do if they're going to do it on a new bike. The next instance you're going to need it is anytime you have bumped, hit, or banged your derailleur. So if your bike tips over on the right side, or if it's something is banging on it, maybe on a hanging bike rack somewhere, or some inadvertent other rider bumps you or hits you, or you crash. Anytime you can find damage on your derailleur or scratch or anything, the odds are it's been hit and it's been bent inwards. Bending a derailleur out, rarely, it's once in a million years, but bending them in is 99 times out of 100, the kind of thing that's going to happen. Now, as brutal as it sounds, the tool that you use, you remove the derailleur and just screw a tool to it, and you're going to bend the derailleur until it's true. So I'm going to show you how that works. You don't have to completely disassemble your bike. You actually can just undo the bolt that holds the derailleur on the hanger. You can leave it cabled up and all of the chain through it and everything. Just let it drop down a little bit, and then you're going to screw the derailleur alignment gauge to your bike and then adjust it. Now, a nice tool like this from Park Tool is this is the DAG-2. It's a derailleur hanger alignment gauge. This is about $75. Not necessarily a tool a homeowner is going to buy. There are some knockoff type tools that will do exactly the same job for a consumer that are in the $45 range. So if you ride a lot, if you're a mountain biker at all, if you have multiple riders in your house, this is a worthwhile investment because it's such an important tool. A, to make sure your bike shifts correctly, and then B, anytime you bump your derailleur or bend it, you're going to have to go to the bike shop and you're going to pay them $40 to put this tool on your bike, pull on it a little bit, and they're going to charge you the $40. So a worthwhile tool to invest in. Now, but I'm going to show you how to use it. So this one, because I need to get real close, there's going to be some weird camera work, so my camera, which is my cell phone, is going to be moving around a lot here. So we're coming over here to this bike, and let me kind of get it set up here so you can see what I'm doing. You can see the derailleur hanger here. And I've removed the derailleur from this bike, and we're just going to thread this tool into it real quick. Let me set the camera down. It is pretty easy to do. No other tools are required to use it. You want to make sure that the derailleur hanger is clean so that the two faces mate neatly. And what we have is a pin that you slide up and down. Let me see what I'm trying to show you. Slide this pin up and down in relation to the edge of the rim, and what our goal is to align it, and we're looking for the gap. So you're going to check it at what's effectively is 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 12 o'clock, so that you can see if it's balanced or not. So you can just pick one of those places and set it to 0. So if you look down here, I'm going to bring the pin in till it just touches the rim at 6 o'clock. Now this is a brand new bike, and it's an S-Works bike. So this is a Tour de France level professional, racing bike, $11,000. Now these all have to be trued, even when they come out of the box. Now because the hanger's not on center on the wheel, you do have to move the pin in relation to the rim, because the rim's not concentric to the axle, right, as it goes around. So in back here, this one is good at 9 o'clock. So we got 6 and 9, but watch what happens when I come up here at 12 o'clock. The pin's off the wheel, probably 4 millimeters. It's significant. So what I need to do is bend that in slightly. So to do that, I got to put my camera down here. Sorry, I know this is wacky camera work. Oops, sorry. So that pin's sticking out. I'm going to lower it down, and I'm just gonna put pressure on it. Not a lot, because the derailleur hangers are not very strong, right? They're actually quite delicate. So now I've got this touching. If it's touching, I know that's going to be too much, because I needed to kind of split the difference of where I was in the bottom. So what I'm looking for is kind of an average there. Now it's touching there, now it's out on the bottom. So I gotta find halfway. So it takes a bit of a touch, and you're going to end up having to play with it to get it optimal. Is basically what it takes. So let's try and do this so I can show you when I get it right. See, and sometimes you go back and forth. It's a tricky tool. So there we go. When you get it halfway, the gap. So I wanted to split it to about 2 millimeters. That way I know I've taken 2 away from here. I've added 2 there. When I come down here and check, now you'll be able to see that I've got it perfect. So down here at the bottom, we're right on the rim. We're going to run around to the top. Now at the top, right touching the rim. So now I have this hanger nice and true. That'll make the bike shift correctly. Something else I strongly advise you to do on this same we're on this topic. Always get a spare derailleur hanger for your bike and keep it in your spares bag under your saddle. This can save a lot of aggravation. So when you have time and you're at home or you're in your workshop working on your bike, put the spare derailleur hanger on, true that derailleur hanger, then take it off the bike, put it in your bag, and now you know if you ever go on a ride, your bike tips over, gets messed up, you can actually change this in a couple of seconds really quite easily. In fact, I'll just show you while I'm standing here talking how easy it is to change a derailleur hanger. So this would keep you from having your ride spoiled. So if you got, like I said, you crashed or tipped over and you knew it was bent, all you have to do is take your wheel off. You take the bolt loose from your derailleur. You just leave it hanging there. And all this can be done with just the little multi-tool that comes on your bike. Everything I'm doing, you can do with just a little multi-tool. You know, most derailleurs use a 5 millimeter Allen, and most of the hangers are held on with a 4 millimeter Allen. So here it is, one bolt holds the derailleur hanger on, and I can take this known bent one, put it in my bag because I can still true this when I get home. Take my known straight one out. I can bring it back to the bike and put it on this. And again, this is it's gonna be done as fast as I'm doing it in front of you while I'm explaining it. So that's how easy it is. And put your wheel back and then rehang your derailleur, and you're back on the road literally without any aggravation in almost no time at all. I've also had this happen to me, like just transporting my bike before, where something banged into my derailleur and bent my derailleur hanger and screwed my bike up. And you really won't know it until you drive off and go to try and start shifting, and then the bike won't shift properly, and that's one way you know. And again, almost always they'll be bent in, and one of the bad signs that you've bent your derailleur hanger in is if you go up to your easiest gear and your chain drops off between your cassette and your spokes. That's your sign that your derailleur hanger is bent inward. So that's all there is to it. And if you were on the side of the road, you just put your derailleur hanger, your actual derailleur back now, and you'd be in business. So I didn't even plan to show you how to change your derailleur hanger, but it's that easy, right? So Your bike shop is almost certainly not going to stock your derailleur hanger, and that's why I say you got to go order one. So there's a million derailleur hangers. It's not a common part amongst bicycles. Yours will be specific to your bike almost certainly. So that's why I say you got to order it, and because your bike shop can't stock 1,000 different derailleur hangers. So, all right, there you have it. How to true your derailleur hanger for optimum shifting. So, all right, this is Max. Thanks a lot for watching my videos. If you like them, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.